In this video, I get to the meat and bones of my experience with the Bad, Good, and Better haunts of 2021. These are highly truncated and cut down general reviews without being too comprehensive, but giving some imagery and sense of value. Now on to the show. 13. Pumpkintown Field of Screams. This one is less downright bad than it is either too new or built by enthusiasts with no previous experience. There are a hayride, a trail through the woods, and a trail through corn. The hayride only has 5 actor stations, including a very good witch coven themed stop, which features water and fog blasters. The butcher scene looks cool, but it's nowhere near as close to the wagon as it should be. The cult themed stop wasn't working when we rode by except the PA system. The lights they have on the forest are really great atmospheric uplights in blue and green. Other than the big log they had an actor hiding in and the running creek, nothing else was remarkable. The corn maze has a lot of room for building new scenes. The most memorable scene is the baby in the tub. There really isn't that much to celebrate here yet. I probably won't be returning until I hear good things about improvement over time. This haunt only made it onto my schedule because it was new, local, and close to Eeriebyss. And Nightmare Hayride. Number 12. Nightmare Manor, Rochester. Nightmare Manor is a place that has a lot of potential to be a good experience if they either did away with time ticketing and eliminated that expectation, or stuck purely to time ticketing and got people through on a schedule. This was my primary reason for such a poor review. The lobby sucks and we had to wait 2 hours from our ticket time to get in. We were actually one of the last group, even though our tickets were for 9. The house itself has some really cool parts and looks great in most of the themes. There are a number of giant facades in Undead Zone and Hillbilly Hell, giant props and costumes everywhere. The foam carving and use of fabrics are really good too. The acting isn't bad either. I can probably go on and on about how cool parts of the house are, but the challenge is just getting there. The wait traverses the entire depth of the building, and this isn't just any building. It's a whole ass department store. Some people actually walked in, looked at the line, and walked out. A lot of those who bought tickets at the booth regretted even coming. Number 10. Cheeseman's Fright Farm. At the start of our 3 haunted venture down to the area just north of Pittsburgh, we went to Cheeseman's. The place looks like a ski resort. The buildings are cedar cabins and mess hall, and the path outside is just like that, which runs around the back of your average chalet. It's very nice, but just doesn't say haunted attraction in state of no to minimal dressing. In loading onto the hayride, you walk down this little docking gazebo, an amenity that is unlike any other hayride dock I've ever seen. The hayride itself is a little sparse. There are a post-apocalyptic star, chasing vehicles, some little scenes, a train 1/6 the size of the largest train gag I've ever seen, and a guy very skillfully playing the banjo. I think the money element is the middle trail because of the elevated spinning tunnel and circus area. The military tents they have you weave in and out of with a killer soundtrack, strobes, and a shit ton of actors, and the overviews of the bordering ravine from a kind of shantytown area. The third official element is a corn maze with a soundscape that sends chills down your spine. They make good use of likely fewer corn stalks than other places by securing them to 16 to 20 foot long boards. It allows for essentially building a house outdoors in another fashion without using heavy pallets or full-blown constructions. As you make your way through, the sound brings you into a dark place. There are assorted scenes and shacks, none of which are as memorable as in the other corn mazes we did last year. The final unofficial element is actually a small herpetarium on a trailer where they offer you the opportunity to pet snakes. So really it's a nice place place with good atmosphere within the attraction and a few pretty daring concepts, but it's not really great. I would totally recommend this place to locals probably every other year, but traveling any more than an hour and a half would need to be combined with another haunt on the same night. Number 11, Eeriebyss. I had known about this haunt for a few years before it became relevant with a trip by The Color of Dye. The guy recommended it to me multiple times, including the Saturday before I went, because it's one of the true representations of the Halloween spirit. Originally, it was supposed to be a trip to Pumpkintown and then Nightmare Hayrides, but around the time we finished Pumpkintown, I said, fuck it, let's go west. So, like I said, I never really planned on going, but oh boy, am I glad I did. Not only was it another credit toward 50 haunts, my goal for last season, it was also an opportunity to try something I wouldn't have otherwise done. This house isn't the best dressed, however it is long. Many staircases transport you up and down into all parts of the building to maximize the usable space, and the scene list at the end shows the breadth in being something like 25 scenes. It takes as long as 30 minutes to make your way through, and there are a ridiculous number of actors. Clowntown USA at Eeriebyss does a better job than an entire house at the Fright Nights. Eeriebyss really is a good haunt to be a flagship of a smaller market in the city of Erie. It's not Hollywood, but it is special. This is a haunt, though, that I think might be affected positively or negatively based on the time you go and what your expectations are. See, I've only been once, and it was at the very end of the night, one of the last groups. I had some actors almost or actually angered that we would dare come so late. I think the quick wait and lack of other groups made this experience a lot better than if we had gone at a normal time with a longer wait. I wish I could have gone again for Memorial Day weekend mid-year fear. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and previous videos, I will be putting a lot out in the next few months, so subscribe if you want to see all of that new content. I would really appreciate seeing the metric of how liked each video is, so hit the thumbs up if it hit right, and I'll be grateful. I will also be making videos of all the 2022 haunts focused around my review scheme that will be revealed in a coming video, so look out for that.